How well do you know your horse? I think for many riders, we can get very caught up in the riding end of things and the training end of things, and we a little bit fail to do as much as we could on the whole healthcare or horse care side of things. And I know this is slightly straying off the normal path, but bear with me. I do think that this is a really, really important part of being a responsible owner and a responsible rider. And today on Sunday Strides, I'm going to challenge you to something for this week. Hey there, it's Lorna here, and welcome to Sunday Strides, a quick little chat on a Sunday morning that hopefully will inspire you to step into the new week with your horse, with your riding, feeling like you want to just take action. And you know what? It's not going to be difficult action today, and everybody can do it. You don't have to be riding, you don't have to be doing any lunging, you don't have to be doing any of that at all. You just have to be with your horse for a few minutes. Because over the past year, I have had so many different riders that they have experienced these different situations, okay? Healthcare situations. And some of them were kind of run of the mill, legs, ligaments, tendons, stuff like that. But then there were others that were just kind of bizarre, actually. There was genetic things came up. There was poisonings that were kind of long term and then kind of came to the fore. There were different little things. And then, of course, you had the more, if you want, the mundane, such as the infections and stuff like that as well. But what all of these incidents had in common was that the rider or the owner had to phone the vet, okay? And the vet, when you phone the vet, you have to be the advocate for your horse. Your horse cannot speak. And until the vet gets there, you have to be the person who can tell the vet in a factual, like not getting emotional about it. You have to be factual. You have to tell the vet the situation. And the more data you have to tell that story to the vet, the better your vet is going to be able to process what you're saying and make a better informed opinion about what's going on with your horse. So I do think that this healthcare is really, really important. So what do I want you to do? I am going to challenge you this week to get out there, and on at least 4 occasions this week, you are going to begin taking records for your horse. Now, ideally, I want these done morning and night. So I'm talking 4 mornings and 4 nights, which is 8 occasions. But you know what I mean, okay? 4 days, so twice throughout the day. I want you out there with your horse. I want you getting the information. So what do I want you to get? Well, I do think that there are certain things that you can begin to have a record of, that as soon as things feel or look off, you will be able to actually run a few simple tests if you want yourself to see how that is going, okay? And then this information is the information you then are giving to your vet. So first things first is going to be the resting temperature. Now, I think taking this in the morning and then late afternoon, evenings is really important, because so many horses will actually have a variation between the morning and the evening. So I think it is important. This is why I'm saying do this twice a day, okay? So morning and evening, you're going to take your horse's temperature, the resting breath rate. You're just going to figure out how many breaths your horse takes in a given amount of time. Again, morning and evening, okay? I think, though, for morning and evening, the temperature is the really important one. But yeah, take the resting breath rates as well. And if you're sitting there going, I don't be having a minute to sit there, do 15 seconds and multiply it by 4. There you go, okay? Bob's your uncle, Sally's your aunt. I also think that the colour and the feel of the mucous membranes, really important, and the capillary refill rate that your horse is normally having is also important. So you can check your horse's gums, you can check just the inside of the corner of the eye, and you can have a look there. You're looking for salmony pink. That's the colour we're going for. If they're very kind of purple or dark red, or if they're very white or pale, that can be signs of a problem. But again, different horses vary in what's normal for them. So it's important to know this stuff. The digital pulse, okay? Learn how to take it. Go Google it. There's loads of YouTube videos out there. There's loads of Google articles out there. You can find how to take it, know what it is for your horse. Because as soon as there's a problem with the legs, very often this is the one that you will see will really and truly begin to change, okay? Going from normal to like, we've a problem. And then finally, how the legs usually feel. So just running your hands down your horse's legs. So many riders just don't know how their horse's legs are. Like, was that lump there yesterday? I don't know. Was that bit of a puffiness there yesterday? I don't know. Okay, you need to learn this stuff. Really, really important, okay? You need to be able to run your hand down, have a feel for any variations, and also any heat variations, okay? So differences in the heat, where there's maybe a little bit more heat, where there's not, whatever. Really, really important. I'm saying legs, I obviously mean legs and feet. So really important to get to know that as well. Now, once you've got this information, I'm going to challenge you further here. I want you to make a mission of twice a week doing this so that you have this ongoing record of data for what's quote unquote normal for your horse, okay? And therefore, on the days where things just feel a little off, where you're like, I don't know, just can't put my finger on it, there's something not right, you can check and then you can put that side by side with the actual normal data and you can see if there's a problem. There's a reason vets check these things when they go to assess a horse. And the reason is because these are the early signs that often show up. So you knowing what's normal is going to help both you, it's going to help your vet, but most importantly, it's going to help your horse. Because as I said, you have to act as an advocate for your horse. Your horse cannot talk for himself, so you have to do it for your horse. Okay, so there you go. Are you up to the challenge? Sure you are. Okay, so I know it's not riding related. Hey, go back to one of the other ones and do the riding related ones. In fact, Thursday's Strides Revisited episode, I give you a riding related one. So go back and do that, okay? But really and truly for this week, get to know your horse. Get to know what is normal for your horse. And don't just let it be something you do this week. Let it be something that becomes a regular part of your routine with your horse. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Have a super week. Keep well. And I'll chat to you soon. Be good. Bye.